Hi everyone, scrolling along with Susan here. I'm here with another YouTube video. This one is going to be of my shop. One thing I love to do when I subscribe to a channel on YouTube is to watch what they do, but everything that they have in their shop, all their tools, so I can learn from them and develop them for myself. So I said, why not? I can do a tour of my own. So I hope you enjoy this tour, and if you like what you see, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. So here we go. So my basement shop is about a 16 foot by 16 foot area. That's a lot of space, and it works out quite nicely. And I do share the basement, of course, with many other items, such as a workout area and a musical area. But I seem to have a place for everything here, and it gives me a lot of room to move around and go to each tool. So I will stop this periodically and get a little closer and show you some of the tools. So on this side of my shop I have my Win thickness planer, 12.5-inch thickness planer, and I use that a lot because I have boards that are rough sawn. So I need to process them in order to use them on my scroll saw. So this comes in very handy. Next to my thickness planer, I have a compound miter saw. This is from Harbor Freight, Chicago Electric, 12-inch. It's nice. I'm sorry, it's a 10-inch. It's nice, but I may upgrade someday with this one. And then next to that is my Delta Homecraft jointer. It's a 4-inch jointer. It's very old, but I absolutely love it. This was a Craigslist find. I think I paid $100 for it, and it's going to last forever. I have it set at one setting to cut off a very minimal amount, and it works out very well. So with all these three together, of course, it helps in processing my rough sawn boards. You can see here on the wall behind my 14-inch bandsaw are some of my longer rough sawn boards, and then underneath them there's a table full of boards that are maybe less than 2 feet long. Then I have a 14-inch bandsaw. I don't really know much about this brand. It's spelled SHENGTSAI. It only resaws 6 inches, so this is going to be another upgrade someday that I'm going to be going with. Over here I have my sanding station, and up here is just a simple box fan with a filter on the front that I turn on when I'm using my sanding tools. And this is a Central Machinery combination sander I use a lot. And then I have a Delta, let me move this over here. There we are. I have a Delta bench grinder that I turned into a sanding machine on one side that takes these round or cylindrical containers. And you might see I have all these unplugged because when I'm not using them, I don't like to keep them plugged in to the sockets. And then when I need to use them, then I plug them in. And then of course I have my usual tools, toolboxes. I have over here various hand tools, a jigsaw, drills, clamps, another toolbox. I have another router there, and of course this is my pride and joy, my DeWalt 20-inch scroll saw. And then I come around here to another Win, and I use this all the time to drill my pilot holes for what I use on the scroll saw. Here are two of my most recent purchases. The first one is a Cobalt router table and router that I purchased from Lowe's Home Goods Store for $130. And I researched them online, deciding which one was right for me. And basically what sold me on it is Bob Vila said, this is the best bang for the buck. And I'm not an expert on the router table, and I don't use it all that much, so this has been working out great for my needs. My second purchase was the Skillsaw table saw. This one took me about 5 years to decide to purchase it. Scared to death of the table saw. Figured I'd probably lose a finger or get hit in the head by a kickback. So I have a great respect for this table saw. I've been using it about a year. I had all the protections on it at first. The two plastic feet in the front to protect from that the front of the blade. And I just took that off recently, and I've been doing okay with it. I'm going to keep these little, I think they're called knives, in the back of the unit to protect from kickback for as long as I can. Who knows, maybe I'll remove those someday. But right now, they work out great. Well, I imagine some of you are saying, wow, that shop is kind of messy. I actually did clean it up before showing you this video. But there are corners in which I have boxes piled because I'm always using cardboard from the boxes or shipping items that I've made with boxes. So I have to have a couple corners that are full of just items, I suppose. But there's plenty of room for me to move around, and I'm really happy with it. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of my shop. Thanks again. Scrolling along with Susan. Click that subscribe button. Thanks.